Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dino Crisis. If you recall, last time we did some nerd things and did some science stuff that no one cares about. But we're not nerds, we're men. So this time we're gonna go with Gale's strategy and see what happens.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it, he says as he walks off and does nothing.
Whatever you do, don't drop your guard for a second.
So this time our destination is on the B3 floor. It's actually an area we've been to before, but we couldn't access it because we needed level A security clearance. If you choose Gale's strategy, you don't get the planning disc from Rick, so you're not able to do the, you're not able to change your mind and go back and do the sciencey stuff. It seems kind of strange actually. I don't see why he doesn't give you it anyway, because like, say for example you're down there and you think, oh no, these dinosaurs are too much, I want to go back up and do some science and things, then you can always have the option of going back up. Stupid Therizinosaurus. I better get out of here before he gets me. Nice and quiet. Although there's more Therizinosaurs behind here. Although they seem to be walking in sync again. Like, I guess they're buddies or something. Also, I checked the map and I went to the wrong place, so this was a waste of time. Except it wasn't, because as I entered and leave the room, the position of the Therizinosaur here is set, so I got to, you know, had an easier passageway to this door. Anyway, as I was saying, I thought it would have made more sense if rather it wasn't a sort of dialogue choice that forced you on a particular path. Rather, the outcome was determined by what you actually did. So if you wanted to follow Rick's strategy, you just go to the B2 rooms and collect the parts. If you want to do Gale's strategy, you're free to come downstairs and go to B3 like I'm doing right now. If you happen to change your mind, say if these dinosaurs are too tough, you can go back upstairs and do Rick's strategy. I don't see why the game couldn't have done that. But it doesn't matter really, we're forcing this path now. Oh, the T-Rex is still here. How are you doing, T-Rex? Still asleep, huh? Anyway, we're just going to have to keep going. Again, you know, as Rick says, there are more dinosaurs here, although none of them are Ultraraptors. They're just Therizinosaurs down here, so I guess depending on which way you look at it, you know, one path, if you find Ultraraptors a problem, and they are actually a lot harder, you might consider Rick's strategy to be more difficult. This guy doesn't notice me. Just gonna sneak around and... Uh-oh! Stupid camera angle! Better get up before he knocks you over again. Now, I used to think that Therizinosaurs were the strongest enemy in the game, but they're not. It's Ultraraptors. I just thought that because they're so huge and hulking that they'd naturally be stronger. But no, it's the Ultraraptors. They do more damage per hit. Of course, you know, Therizinosaurs are still pretty big, and you know, you can't flinch them so easily. So, yeah. Oh, gonna turn the switch back on. That Therizinosaur came from the room we just came from. Let's take him out with the 40 S&W units. These do a fair amount of damage, but you need quite a few to down a Therizinosaur. Especially two of them. But I have plenty of them, so it's not a problem. An interesting thing is that when you're using the 40 S&W bullets, Regina holds the pistol with two hands, where if you use the regular 9mm bullets, she uses just one hand. I guess the bullets provide additional kickback or something. I don't know if that's how it works in real life, but... whatever, these dinos are dead! So we're done here. Let's see what's in this room. This isn't where the parts are, by the way, but this is a little supply area that we couldn't get to previously, but now that Rick's activated the shutters, we can get these grenade bullets. Fantastic. An interesting thing, though, is that because you don't get the planning disc and you can't build it, if you choose this path, you don't ever have to go to those rooms in B2, which means you can actually entirely miss out on the grenade launcher and shotgun upgrades. In fact, if you try going to the experiment room that the shotgun upgrade is in, Regina won't go in because she thinks she has better things to do, i.e. go to B3. So you are not able to get the shotgun upgrade until a certain part of the game, which seems a bit dumb to me. That's why I went with Rick strategy, honestly, because you get access to those upgrades. On the other hand, you might not care if you don't use those weapons very much. So, this is a different looking room. Let's see what's in here. Third Energy Basic Theory, written by Dr. Kirk. Let's take a look. The technology to extract energy from the ions in the atmosphere. That is the heart of the third energy. If you control the flow of ions by ionizing the constitution of the air, then you can extract the resultant electron movement as energy. The basic concept is simple. The electrons from which energy of movement was extracted combines with ions to once again form the original constitution. However, due to the current level of technology, it is impossible to return it to 100% of the original constitution. The waste constituent yields a peroxide that is similar to the ozone. However, the level of the byproduct is not high enough to threaten the concept of a clean energy source. So there we go. It turns out that there is some kind of peroxide waste, but no biggie. I guess a little interesting tidbit. It's not really, relevant to the whole military conspiracy or anything, so... Let's see, anything else in this room? Just a bunch of computers that you can't really do a lot with. Video feed for weapon storage. Let's go into this door with a Triforce on it. This looks dangerous and possibly radioactive. Yep, biological weapons are stored. If activated, all creatures on this island would be eradicated. That seems somewhat significant. Oh well. Better not set it off. Small creatures that were used for the biological weapon experiments are stored here. Like, you can't really see anything in there though. Are there tiny animals in there? Anything else in this room, really? Nope. Let's go up this elevator. There are lots of elevators in this game. Well, not really, but you have to use them a few times. Cold room. I guess for storing biological samples. Oh, here's a stabilizer and initializer in the freezer for some reason. Why would you need to keep these in cold storage? I'm sure there's some reason though. Some biological samples, that makes sense, but like, why would you freeze a stabilizer? I'm sure there's a perfectly good sciencey explanation for this. Maybe they're made out of ice cream or something. Nothing else in here, aside maybe to mention, the neat little smoky effects. And the cold and everything. Aside from that, we have the two parts, and we didn't have to do some stupid puzzle, and we didn't need to navigate a whole bunch of rooms and do some password stuff. We just had to go down and fight through some dinosaurs. Nothing else here, though. Nothing else to take a look at, so let's make our way out of here. On our way out, though, if you head up to this direction, you'll notice another security level A door. Although Regina doesn't want to go through it yet, because we have more important things to do other than exploring, I suppose. Keep that door in mind for later, though. That's actually kind of important. It's coming through here, and the T-Rex is still unconscious. Man, I guess headbutting an electrical generator just really makes you tired. Oh well. Once you find both parts, whether or not you built it yourself or you find them in the B3 floor, you have to activate the computer in this control room. The computer can only be activated with Dr. Kirk's ID card. I guess Dr. Kirk didn't want anyone else using the device. I mean, you can't really blame Dr. Kirk for restricting access for himself, considering what could potentially go wrong. Who knows what would happen if you let any old bozo use the power generator.
Today marks a momentous occasion. In a few moments, the new power generator deep within our planet will begin to send energy into these processing units. Then we shall have an energy supply that will last forever.
Throw the switch, Grimlock!
Me Grimlock ready, but forgot which button.
I went through it with him 5 times.
Now Grimlock remember.
Can't believe it! Grimlock!
Silly Grimlock. Pulled wrong one by mistake. This one, maybe?
emergency alarm.
Can't be that one. Must be one of these. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. This switch real rad. Gonna pull.
Grimlock, no! It's this one over here.
That Grimlock's next choice. Stupid machine.
Okay, I think officially the explosion was staged specifically so that Dr. Kirk could fake his own death, but I prefer imagining that's what happened. Jeez, these computer sounds are supposed to make it seem like that the energy levels are okay, but it seems more like the computer's just in pain or something. God.
Power for generator is connected. Announcement. Please place the initializer and the stabilizer in the generator.
Alright, so that's the first step. We turned on the computer. Next, we have to put in the two parts. First is the initializer, which goes to the lower level. To do that, we have to access this elevator that's just around the corner, so let's head on over. And I suppose while we're doing that, I suppose I could read you another Dino fact. I think it might be the last one here, actually. Let's see. Ah yes, Dino fact. The Triceratops had a large skull up to 10 feet (3 meters) long. One of the largest skulls of any land animal ever discovered. Its head was nearly 1/3 as long as its body. And there you go. That's the info on the Triceratops. And that's all the Dino facts in the instruction manual. There you go. Did I read the one about Velociraptors already? I might have missed that one. I'll read it again just in case. The Velociraptor was a speedy bipedal carnivore. It had about 80 very sharp, curved teeth and a long, flat snout. Some of the teeth were over an inch (2.5 centimeters) long. This predator had an S-shaped neck, long, thin legs, arms with 3-fingered clawed hands and 4-toed clawed feet. Its head was about 7 inches (8 centimeters) long. So there you go. All the Dino facts that Dino Crisis offers. So as you can see, we're putting in the initializer in this part. Once you do that, you have to activate this computer over here. And here's a plug. We have quite a few of these. No shortage of them. Okay, let's turn on the computer. There's a lot of controller vibration that happens in this part. I don't know if you guys, I don't know if it's just my controller or the Dreamcast in general, but the thing rattles so loudly when it vibrates, I sometimes don't even bother having it in. Not to mention that the actual rumble pack weighs so much. I mean, it has like expansion slots like the N64 did, I guess, but it just added so much extra weight to the controller when you add a rumble pack. Sorry, I guess it's vibration pack in Sega terms. So now that's done, we've got to put in the old stabilizer, which is done the exact same way as the initializer. So we have to go around here, across the catwalk that we extended, and use our good old thing that Regina's keeping somewhere on her. Again, this doesn't seem that difficult, but I don't know. Again, it seems more like this seems like the kind of job you'd entrust with a really skilled scientist or something, but it really doesn't seem that difficult. Most of the work's done by the machine. There's a whole bunch of computers in the control room, but they don't really do anything. You can't use them. That or they're already sort of pre-configured, so all you had to do was put in these little doodads and it's off to be set. Alright, so now that that's in there, let's turn on the generator. Keep in mind, we're going to intentionally overload it, so brace yourself! And again, the vibration pack on the controller goes nuts, rattling everything and making loud noises. Although I suppose in something like this, it kind of makes sense, and this is kind of a big machine which would naturally be vibrating a lot and making a lot of noise, so maybe it's accurate. Then again, you know, that doesn't excuse the Dreamcast from doing that, you know, with every other game. You know, the whole Dreamcast was basically beep boop, I am Dreamcast, pss, pss, that's Dreamcast in a nutshell.
Warning. Third energy output is approaching critical point. Cease operation immediately. Danger. Third energy output is approaching critical point. Attempting to compensate.
Okay, Regina. Adjust the power output to maximum.
Here goes. Just remember there's no turning back once it overloads.
Then we won't look back. Crank that sucker, go out with a boom.
Crank that sucker and go out with a boom, says Rick, trying to act cool.
Danger. Generator has surpassed safety ground. Third energy overload in progress. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Meanwhile...
The ceiling! Move it!
That was too close! You were almost a Kirk sandwich!
What was the point in saving me? How pathetic.
Meanwhile, Regina is still climbing that same set of stairs. Okay, the whole place is about to hit critical. Come on, Regina, hurry! You don't want to get caught up in this. Open the door faster, Regina. Come on, we don't have all day. Hurry up, Regina, hurry! Come on, Regina. If you die now, then you won't appear in Dino Crisis 2, and there won't be a Dino Crisis sequel, and if there won't be a Dino Crisis sequel, then there won't be a Dino Crisis 3, and there won't be a time paradox, although as far as I know, lots of people didn't like Dino Crisis 3, but I don't know. I haven't played either of the two games. Hurry, Regina, hurry! Hurry! If you don't hurry up now, then you could get caught in the explosion. And if you get caught in the explosion, you hear what Dr. Kirk said, you could get transported to another time space, so you could end up in the land of dinosaurs, or even worse, you could end up in a dystopian future where everything sucks. Oh wait, we're living in that now!
Gail!
Okay. Just get Kirk. Hurry.
Take it easy, Gail.
No. Take this. Tagged him with transmitter.
Gail! Gail!
Uh-oh, it's not looking good for our pal Gail. Wait, this isn't the door we went through. In fact, there's no doors in a game like this. Where are we? Oh, okay, when is this marking off it? Wait, that didn't have a door like... Ah, screw it.
Alright. The overload levels are increasing. Just a little more. Looking good.
And it turns out Rick's just updating his Twitter page.
Gail. What happened to him?
I don't know, but Kirk's gone.
I'm gonna kill him!
I'm gonna write a really angry tweet. Everyone's gonna know how mad I am.
This is it. All that's left is our escape. Let's go.
Wait, what about Kirk?
What about him? It's a miracle we're still alive at this point. Forget about him.
Well, you were saying you wanted to kill him, I mean...
Don't forget the mission. You're not here to babysit.
Sorry, but I have a conscience. I'm taking you back, now.
No. You two get going. I'm going after Kirk.
What? You're insane! Don't you remember our situation? The third energy can't be controlled anymore. Staying here any longer is suicide.
I know. If I'm not back in 30 minutes, you two make your escape without me.
Hey, do something!
Now, make your choice! That's right. Unlike all the other choices in the game, this is the one that actually affects which ending you get. This is the penultimate decision, and your actions at this point will affect what will happen to the team. Choose wisely.
Just remember there's no turning back once it overloads.